if you're working away, you're doing your windows, and what you start to see is see jets or fans. It's going, and then it drops, and then it starts going, and then it drops. You'll find that it keeps doing that, and it's really annoying, and it's confusing. You're not quite sure what's going on. It's not low water. It's not a problem with the actual pumps or anything like that. What that will be a low battery. So come to your control panel, check your V16 controller. Basically what you'll start to see is along here, it'll say BAT. And it's basically flash battery, and it'll keep flashing it whilst the problem's there. What that's telling you is that you've got a low battery voltage. So it's letting you know that, well, this is protecting or trying to protect the battery from going too low. So it's just letting you know that it's not working properly and your voltage is low. So at that point, if you've got a split charge, that means your split charge isn't working, or it means that if you don't have a split charge, obviously your voltage is too low. If it goes below 11.3, I think it is, if it's anything on the voltage, which you've got a multimeter on this control, you press the enter button, it will take you to the volts of the battery. If it's anything below 11.3, you'll start to see that it's flashing and it's letting you know the voltage is starting to get low. Obviously, there's 12-volt pumps, so you really ideally want them at 12, or sometimes obviously 13 if the engine's running and the split charge is working. So once you get some voltage into it, turn the engine on, you'll probably find that if the split charge is working, what you'll see is your split charge will light up once you've turned the engine on, and that as an issue will go away. You know at that point it's just a low battery and the vehicle needs a good drive, or you need to what's called bench charging, which is where you connect from the mains of the house via a car charger directly to your battery. Depending on what battery you've got, whether it's lead acid, which this will be, AGM or lithium. If it's lithium or AGM, you need to get a bit of a better charger. But normally, if they're lead acid, you can just connect them with a normal charger. But obviously, check the charger that you're using first. Charge it up, problem will go away. So, like I say, if you're just pulsating your flow and dropping in and out, it's a battery problem. Right. So if you've done that, checked it, it's still an issue, you've turned the engine on, nothing's happened. Let's show you, if we show you around here, within these systems, or depending on what system it is, but these systems are always the same, whether it's one of ours, whether it's Facelift, whether it's Pure Freedom, whoever it is that you're using, what you'll find normally, if you've ordered one and it is on your system, is you'll find a version of a split charge, or DC to DC or B to B. They're all the same kind of thing. The idea is they're a gateway between your engine power running on the alternator, and this battery back here. So it goes in, this or whatever version you've got will detect, right, it's safe for me to take power now. So I can take it, and then when you turn the engine off and the voltage drops, you'll see that this will detect, at that point the voltage has dropped, it's now unsafe for me to take power, because it will obviously drain your front battery, so it will disconnect. And that's essentially what these do. Obviously they're more complicated than that, but that's the bare basics. If this isn't charging, normally what you'll have is an issue either with the charger itself, or you'll have an issue with somewhere between the wire that runs from this charger to your van battery. So that wire will run through. Very uncommon, and it's rare that you'll have any splits in that line. So that's the thing. As long as it's all been done properly by a professional, it won't be split or dragged or whatnot. But what can happen is that line on the van battery is actually fused via a small fuse. You'll have to, obviously the wires going through this is called an inline maxi fuse, I believe it's called. That will be right by the battery of your van battery. So come along, obviously pop the bonnet, have a look, and open this up. You'll see a fuse inside the right by the main battery, by your vehicle battery. If this has burnt away, so it looks like it's in two different pieces, and there's not this fuse going directly across, what's happened, for whatever reason, it's blown the fuse to safeguard, to stop from a fire or damaging the unit itself. If that's happened, it's important that you contact a professional. Either you can contact us, you can contact Window Cleaning Warehouse, or wherever it is that you've ordered your system from. They'll normally know that obviously that's done that for a reason. It's a safety feature. It's important at that point that you know why it is that it's done that. So it's shorted out normally somewhere. So a professional needs to look at it. If it hasn't done that and it's still in one piece, then there's an issue with it. Could be again a few different things, but it's another issue that a professional really needs to look at, needs to assess that this is working properly, and they need to see that all your wiring's correct. You'll know if that fuse is fine and this is still lit up and you're not getting power. You can work out why that is when you know a little bit about them. If that fuse is fine and you're not getting power to this, then you'd start needing to be thinking that it could be something wrong with this or something like that. So again, either way, at the point of where this is, you kind of need to contact a professional just to find out what it is. So at that point, I would say give us a call. But prior to doing that, I would say just double check, turn your engine on. If the battery starts picking up, your voltage should go up to 13 volts or above. This should be lit up. It'll take look, you turn the engine on, it normally takes like a 60 seconds to 2 minutes where you'll start seeing stuff come alive, and that whole pulsating and the BAT, it'll all rectify itself. It's just letting you know that this battery is really low and it needs a good old charge. Like I say, either bench charge it or take it for a drive. The issue being is, realistically, to charge one of these batteries, you're looking at, I don't know, depending on how low it is, you're looking at like, I don't know, 8 hours of charging, say. You would charge it overnight. You're not going to realistically go and do 6 to 8 hours worth of driving. So this isn't magic. It can't just charge it up within seconds. It takes a duration to charge. They're just designed, if you can imagine the battery level being in a jug, and what happens is you use, and then you do a bit of driving. And then you use, you do a bit of driving. And basically they kind of do that the whole way down until they get low. Normally they are very good units, depending on what ones you use. There's lots of different ones on the market, but they'll take and they'll kind of rectify themselves, because you tend to do a bit of driving, you're sitting in traffic and blah, blah, blah. But if you do get to that lower part, these batteries don't like that anyway. They like to be in that top 50% worth of charge. So if it is at that lower part and you're getting battery things, if you go for away for the weekend and you're going to go and drive hundreds of miles, it's fine, it will charge it up. But normally I would say bench charge it. Run an extension lead out to the car, make sure that the controls are off, connect up, make sure it's positive and negative, red and black. Connect up to this. You don't have to take anything off. You can connect over the top as long as you keep all this off. Switch it on, and the charger will take care of all that. And most likely, this will just sort itself out. If it's over 2 years old, it's a good chance. If it's a lead acid battery, this needs changing. If it's under 2 years old, there's a good chance it's just low. Just give it a good charge.